Yes, audio problems. Yes, we're. Ryan, how is it? We're good. All right, thank you, sir. We'll talk to you later, alligator. What a crazy world we live in, ladies and gentlemen, where technology befuddles us from afar. Thanks for your patience. Sometimes you have to, we were messing around with a new camera, trying to figure out some new things. And in the meantime, when we put the first live stream on, the audio was a little choppy. Sometimes we just have to restart the damn computer and then everything is better. I find that the restart of the computer is kind of like kicking the vending machine. It's just kind of one of those things that works. It's primal, it's savage, but yet all is good. I'm going to share this with friends. Sharing it with music friends, where the fun it never ends. Sharing. All right, I'm going to share this over here as well. Write post. Yes, I am going to write a post, and I'm going to go. Friends, I would like to let you know, for those of you who have been privy to this information, we got our coffee machine back. So in front of me right now is the first offering from that delicious contraption that has returned back to the fold of the Koch residence. So I think you're going to see a marked change in attitude and vibe of the videos from here on in. Can you dig it? Thank you. Thanks. Someone said the camera knew what camera's awesome. Well, we appreciate that. We're trying to figure it all out. This guitar I'm playing, of course, is a Reverend signature instrument for our buddy Bob Balsh from the band Fu Manchu. Good enough to me, and it's good enough for you, Fu Manchu. It's the 30th anniversary Bob Balsh signature, the Lord of the Fuzz in Venetian gold. I like this gold. It is powerful. You know what else is about the camera views? I can go like this, and you can see that, right? How's that for a nice view? I dig it. That's a nice view of the Bob Balsh Weapon of Doom. Bob Balsh signature Venetian gold, 7.59 pounds for this particular instrument. Pal Ferro fingerboard, 22 medium frets. Railhammer Bob Balsh signature pickups. I got to tell you, they sound savage. I was just messing around with this guitar, Bob Balsh, before we went on live. Yeah. The Bob Balsh signature guitar from Reverend, ladies and gentlemen. The link is above. They're very cost-effective as well. They sound magnificent. And what's cool about this guitar is that the Venetian gold, it's all over the damn place. Like that nice bound neck. Venetian gold, as the scrolls foretold. Bob Balsh! Yeah. Yeah, it's good sounding guitar. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see, we got some questions out there. Greg, what if you needed to use a guitar like this in a situation where a strat tone was required? Can you still do that with one guitar? That's an excellent question. One of the really usable things about Reverend guitars is that they have that bass contour control. And so what that allows you to do is that when it's fully up like it is now, it's full humbucker. So let me turn it on. Just so you're wondering, tone-wise, what I was using there, I had the lead channel on the Koch amp. Instead of having the gain boost on, I had the OTS on, and that makes it more fuzzy. That's the gain boost. Here's the OTS. Clean sound. All right, so I'm on go on that neck pickup. So with the bass contour control, which is this control right here, with that all the way up, it's full humbucker. If I go all the way down on that thing, it takes bass out, and it's not it actually just takes frequencies out, and it makes it almost sound like a single coil. Get the idea, put it in the middle position. Sounds pretty single coil-ish. Then if I want to thicken it up, I'll just bring up that bass contour. So same thing if I turn the bass contour off. And hold on a second. Mr. B string is going a little bit south. Mr. B string. Let's add a little heat and do that little experiment. So I'm gonna be on that bridge pickup with the bass contour off. Gives you a nice little. As you can hear, it sounds doggone good. It sounds delicious. It sounds da-damn-licious is what it sounds like. So that bass contour, to answer the question, really allows you to get a lot more versatility out of a two humbucker guitar. And that's one of the many things our friends from Reverend do that separates them from other companies. Wow. Steve Karras out there, can you dig it? Will you dig it? Sid says, at $2,600, the simplicity of showing up to the gig with only one pedal is priceless. LOL. I think so. He's talking about the price of the amplifier, which is this amp right here. It's my signature amp. Everything you're hearing, other than the delay, I do have a delay going through the effects loop that I'm popping in and out. But the clean sound, the OTS that I can add to the clean sound, the lead sound, the lead boost, and the OTS I can add to that second sound, the reverb, the harmonic vibrato, everything about this amp that you have on board is, and of course the overdrive is sublime. And it's at 50 watts, it's, I can actually have it 25 watts or 50 watts. But it sounds really good at low volume. I'm not really terribly loud today. When I play with Dylan, I've got it about twice as loud as it is right now. And so it sounds delicious. Is the bass contour a bass cut? Yes, it is. So when it's fully up, it's just the sound of the full circuit of the pickup. It's actually, when you tear it down, it's taking things away. It's taking bass away. Did I like Otis Rush? Absolutely. No question about it. That's from that Chicago Blues Today. I think Otis had 4 tunes on there, including the... Can you dig it? Boy, this guitar sounds good. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. Yeah. So those of you coming in late, this is a Bob Balsh 30th anniversary signature model from our friends at Reverend Guitars. It has Railhammer Bob Balsh signature pickups in it. It's got a volume, a tone, a bass contour, and this celebratory tone hue is the Venetian Gold. Yeah. Well, it sounds so juicy and succulent, but does it gent? Sometimes. Wow. Gent is the pickups are Railhammer. So that's Reverend has their own pickups that Joe Naylor designs. They're called Railhammer. Railhammer! And these are the Bob Balsh. Bob Balsh from the band Fu Manchu. This is his signature instrument. And signature pickups. He's got a signature set of Railhammers. And man, they sound delicious. Bold, juicy, and robust. All of those things. Can you dig it? Venetian gold. I like it. It's good for you. Jay, I have come up with the next big idea, a piezo pickup that goes under the nut. Oh man, I'm a genius, I'll be rich. I'm a genius, I'll be rich, is what Jay said. I'm a genius, I'll be rich. You never know. Hey Greg, any chance you could show off a Hendrix chord used to end songs around the first fret, new rays of the, oh, you mean that thing, new rays of the rising sun? Ooh, I yanked it a little bit out of, I yanked it a little bit out of tune with my great strength and power. There we go. Something like that. Then it goes. Major 7th chord at the end. That's a little Hendrixy tune. First rays of the new rising sun. The best version of it is on the original. It's been repackaged in a number of different ways, but it was on the Rainbow Bridge soundtrack. It was a studio session that he did. You can hear him go, "Is the microphone on?" And then he sings the scratch vocal, but that ends up being the recorded version. He did it live in quite a few different places. He did it live at Berkeley. That whole last 1970 tour, he would do it here and there with varying. I've only really heard him do that intro right once, I think. They did it at someplace else. They tried to do it, and Hendrix botched it a little bit, even though he infrequently botched his own epic jams. But that's a pretty complex, weird song, that intro. It's weird. It goes F, C, F, B flat, E flat, B flat, D flat, G, A flat, A, B flat, B. It's wild. Some crazy activity from old Jimmy, but it's a good tune. And again, I'm able to get that more sparkly tone by just rolling off that bass contour switch on this, the Bob Balsh. Someone said it looks like the same body style as the Sensei, and it is very similar, is it not? It's got a little bit more contouring on it. I don't know if you can see that little contourification. Contourification, that's not a word, but I think it should be one. Contourification is food for your soul. And this is the 30th anniversary Venetian gold. Anyway, so I just rolled all the way off on the bass contour, and I get this nice kind of single coil-ish sound, right? Sounds good. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Someone said this would be a good slide guitar. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. I want to turn the bass contour back up again so we get full humbucker. Again, to kind of demonstrate that again. Here's with, that's full pickup. So that's the sound of the bridge pickup as is. bass contour off, or on, all the way. Full pickup, full bass contour. You get a lot of play in there, doggone it. You got a lot of play. Yes. Someone asked, are you deadening the strings you're not playing with your right hand? Yes, indeed. So I'm in standard tuning. I can eliminate the noise from the other strings that I don't want to be sounding. I shut them all up with my great power. I shut them up with my great power. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is, you're watching Wildwood Live. This is my, every Tuesday and Thursday, I do a live feed for Wildwood Guitars in Louisville, Colorado. And I play a couple of guitars in their stockpile of glory. And this is a Bob Balsh signature 30th anniversary guitar. Bob Balsh, the guitar player in Fu Manchu. No stranger to the power of fuzz and rock and roll, deeply imbued in his powerful soul of doom. And this particular tone, you have Venetian gold, is celebratory for the 30th anniversary. And there is a link up above or below, depending on where the description is for this particular video and what format you're watching it, that you can click and behold the specs and glory of this instrument. Can you dig it? Can you do volume swells on that guitar? Well, I sure hope so. Let's check that out, right? Ooh, I like that rock and roll. Can you dig that? Someone asking what kind of guitar this is. Doggone it! It's a Reverend by Balsh. It's got some pickups in it, signature rail hammers from Bob Balsh. Bob Balsh from Fu Manchu. The majestic tone hue that you see is Venetian gold, a celebratory tone hue of her 30th anniversary activities. Oh, you can see the gold on the back. It's ready to attack. Oh, wow, getting a little excited. Right? We did it. What type of delay set? Oh, you want the facts? You want the facts? Well, I have a flashback ×4 by the TC Electronics company right over here. Can you see it? Let me straighten that out a little bit. It's the flashback ×4 once. And let me turn the... So this is just the clean sound. On my first button here, I've got, like my socks. Oh, they're very sassy. I have a single, kind of a rockabilly repeat. And when I do that, I like to turn the reverb off. Check it. If I turn down the bass contour control, it even thins it out more. The second one I have is kind of a longer delay, and that I like to use with a little bit of verb. Then I have this, a single repeat, the same volume as the initial hit. I like to do that for volume slurs. I have that kind of a thing going on like. I think this guitar's a winner. It's a winner chicken dinner. The other guitar I'm just going to show you real briefly. You've seen before. It's a version of my signature guitar with a new color for 2021. And Wildwood has them in stock as we speak. There's a link up above for one that weighs just a hair over 7 pounds. But that is this delicious morsel. This is my Reverend Gristle Master. In 3-tone sunburst. 2021, I said. Hear that? That was for the kids. That was for the kids. So this is my new tone hue for this year. The other tone hues are still available of the Gristle Masters of Disasters, but this is the new 3-tone Sunburst for 2021. And they are in stores as we speak. As we speak, they're in Wildwood Guitars right now. There's a link up above where there's one that's 7.03 pounds that I linked to. That's light, ladies and gentlemen. And the P91 will be coming soon. That's this one here. But they won't probably be in stores until February. And that's going to be that rascal with the new P90s that I worked on with Fishman. This one has my Fishman Gristle Tone pickups for Fluence, Gristle Tone, pickups for Telecaster, T-style guitar. Is the body contour similar to a Firebird? It is indeed. It is indeed. Can you dig it? Do 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 do. Are those pickups available yet? The P90s, not yet. I was just talking. Actually, I have to do a phone call with our Fishman friends today to talk about that. We're looking at like March for the pickups as well, the standalone pickups. Michael says, I can't tell if I like the Burst or the Butterscotch challenge better. You know what? It's hard to say. They both look cool. I love them all. I've got them all. Initially, the Blucifer color, the kind of sonic blue, transparent sonic blue is my fave. The Party Red, delicious. Actually took to that the Pow yellow. Pow! Transparent looked beautiful. Still does. Then the black with the bigger neck profile. Love that one. And then I saw the orange one, the Clockwork Orange, which again is a Wildwood exclusive. And they also make that one with the Pau Ferro availability as well. And they have those at Wildwood as we speak. Also the black one with the bigger neck profile, which is like my old 50s V-shaped 56 Strat neck. That one is available at Wildwood as well. Wildwood as well. A lot of alliteration. And then the people over in England did a special run at Peach Guitars over there in Londinium, or outside of London. I can't remember what city it is, but it's east. It's northeast of Londinium, and they ordered a special run of Butterscotch, which was the black pickguard and pickup surround, and then a butterscotch finish, and it was delicious as well. But then I was talking with Ken, I think it was this summer, and he said, what color should we do for a new color for 2021? He said, let's do like a 3-tone Sunburst, a la like the Blind Faith Telecaster of old Eric Clapton. And lo and behold, what do we got? We got the 3-tone Sunburst. I wonder if the center of the body is a different wood. No, wood though. No, they're all Carina. All my guitars are all Carina, except for obviously the roasted maple neck on this one, and on the other guitar it has a Carina body and back of the neck, and then the fingerboard is ebony. Is the center of the body carved for a reason or just looks cool? I'm going to go with yes. We thought it would look cool, but actually what happened is that the middle raised section is what the normal width of a T-style guitar would be. So everything else is recessed a little bit. Recessed, depending on how you like to say things. And as a result, that's a little bit of weight relief because it's a little bit less wood. So there is a little bit of a routing out underneath the pickguard. Anyway, so they're usually pretty light. I mean, the guitars are just all over a little bit over 7 pounds. This one's quite light, which I like. I like light guitars. I like light guitars. Rambling Man. Lord, I was born with a rambling gland. That sounds forbidden. Our father was a gambler down in Georgia, he-ho. He wound up on the wrong end of a going. And I was born in the backseat of a Greyhound bus. Rolling down Highway 41. What? Jessica, is that you? That telly looks awesome. Thank you. This is my Reverend Gristle Master with my signature Fishman Gristle tone pickups on board, slightly larger body, compound radius neck, 6105 frets. We got that Wilkinson bridge on there. Brass saddles that you can actually set to the intonations right. And this is the roasted maple neck. Did I say that? Locking tuners. And the new tone hue for this year, of course, is this three-tone sunburst. And you can get them now at Wildwood Guitars. They have the three-tone sunburst in stock. And I have a link above or below, depending on where your description stuff is on the current format you're viewing this particular situation. But there you go. Would you ever consider a humbucker in a model? You know what? It's not beyond the realm of possibility that that'll happen at some point down the line. But the P91's coming out. We're probably messing with all kinds of different configurations. It's just such a cool guitar, great company. The only reason why there is not a lefty at this point, my friend, Bubba, is that the way that the pickups are formulated, this control panel comes with these pickups, and they are battery powered. So there is a little situation where you plug in a USB charger, and for hour and a half charge, you get 300 hours of plugged in playing time, and they're noise canceling. They have two voices. They sound unbelievable. The weaponized T-style guitar of the highest order. Anyway, because of the way that that control panel is built and is integral to the way that these pickups work, we'd have to make a left-handed version of that. And we have not done that yet with the Fishman folks. So at some point, yes, it will happen. I see, got an Epiphone Les Paul Jr. with a P90 with broken neck for $80. Hide glue the next day, jamming on my P90. Good for you. Those are great guitars. I bought one of those Joe Bonamassa 3 pickup Epiphone Les Paul Customs. It's a great guitar. Sounds magnificent. Looks cool too. Big old neck. Although I did buy a guitar that I was gonna bring it on screen today. Some of you have seen it already if you've been watching this. I bought that Les Paul, that 58 Les Paul from the custom shop. I'll bring it on Thursday's broadcast, and we'll talk about that rascal. Reverend gives you the best bang for your buck. I agree with you, my friend. It's a lot of guitar for the money. It's just a lot of guitar, period. Left-handed guitarists get treated like crap. That's unfortunately true. Well, only because of, the music business. There's not a ton of people involved in playing music. And then when you consider how many are left-handed, it's even a lesser quantity. So the bigger companies are able to, although I take that back. Reverend has no problem delivering left-handed versions of all of their guitars. And doing a left-handed version of this guitar would be no problem, except for the fact that we've got to work out the pickups. And that's just a little trickier because it's new technology and yada, yada, yada. So But it yeah, $1,000 for that gold guitar. That's, I mean, $1,000 is still a lot of money to a lot of people, but in comparison to a lot of other instruments, especially of that quality and ergonomically speaking, it is very, very good bang for buck. Bang for buck, bang for buck. Let's see what else we got out there. Last minute questions here. It's about that time for me to go on my merry way, but I appreciate you all tuning in as usual. Steve Carrot says, "I knew you were going to spring for that 58 Les Paul." Congrats, thank you. It's a glorious instrument. It sounds magnificent. Can I play some ABBA? Well, maybe next time. Wow, that just happened. Just a random ABBA situation. If aliens visited us, what guitar would they play? Well, I would like to think that they have visited and they have played delicious Gristle Master guitars and said, yes, the time has come to reveal ourselves because the proper weaponry has been created by this humankind. What? Still loving your 53? Absolutely will. I've deployed it quite a few. I'd like to... You know, it's an interesting thing. I have a 53 Telecaster I bought a few years back now from Wildwood. It was brought in by a brother of a guy that passed away that had some cool old guitars, and he had that guitar. And I loved it, and I got rid of a lot of stuff to get it, and, you know, a kidney. Anyway, I purchased that instrument, and I got rid of a bunch of custom shop Les Pauls. Not a bunch, but a few. I had a few, and some other stuff. And so I was low on Les Pauls. So I've been kind of stalking, if you will, trying to find something that was a lot of bang for buck and had the sounds that I wanted and the look without getting too crazed, and I found it. So anyway, but the 53 Tele I love playing all the time. These are my workhorse guitars because I don't have to worry. The pickups are very microphonic. The neck pickup especially is very microphonic on my 53, but it sounds great clean and with just a little bit of dirt. And the bridge pickup can take a little bit more dirt, but it's not a guitar that I can use in every situation by any stretch. But I do like to play it because it plays great. And as I said, clean, it's sublime. What else we got out there? Do I practice every day? I do play every day. I come up with new things, so technically, yes, I do practice every day. I bought a 54 Tele from a pawn shop in Florida and didn't know what it was. $400. How long ago was that? Was that recently? That doesn't usually happen, but good for you, as I say. They thought, boy, this old piece of crap, $400. We took that guy for a ride. Little did they know. Excellent. I see Alan is saying that he bought a Koch amp Studio Tone. Excellent. That's a great amplifier. And a Brave New Blues guitar book. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy those. What else we got? Was it 10 years? What's 10 years? Oh, 10 years ago you did that. Got it. Nice. That's unusual because of the internet, people kind of just go, oh, I don't really know much about guitars, but let me see. I'll type some stuff in here. You know what I mean? And find out post haste what they have. But there's still those opportunities by Jiminy Jangle. I found a 59 Les Paul in a box of Cracker Jacks. Well, Todd, that is an unusual cereal box to be able to hold such a mighty, mighty lariat of rock. Yes, the BD 5000, you are correct. Train whistle chords. All right, this is our last question of the day from our buddy Jay. Train whistle chord. I actually learned this from my buddy John Paris, who was in a band around here years ago called Ox. It was a little before my time, though. And then he went to New York, and he was the bass player for the Johnny Winter Band for many years. And then he switched back to guitar and has been playing guitar in his own band and used to go and sit in with Les Paul like every Monday night. And when I was out in New York, John took me down and I sat in with Les Paul, which was great. But anyways, years ago, John was doing this thing and he did this train whistle. He did it with the whammy bar, but I did it by pre-bending the strings. And so if I'm an E, let's get the close-up on there. So I've got D string there at the 14th fret, G string at 15, my pinky. Got my second finger on the B string at 14. And I've got the E string there at the 12th fret. I'm going to pre-bend all of those and then hit the volume. And off you go. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? All right, folks. We will see you on Thursday. It's Tuesday already. Boy, the COVID weeks go by fast, do they not? It just seemed like it was the other day. You know what's been making the time go by fast? Cobra Kai, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to admit it. Saw it on Netflix for months and months and months. We've been seeing it. I said, should we watch Cobra Kai? I heard it's supposed to be good. No. And then, for whatever reason, we started, and by God, I cannot stop the sweet, sweet struggle between Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai. I'm following the path of the fist, or is it the way of the fist? It's either the path of the fist, the way of the fist. I think they're interchangeable, to be honest. But anyways, good times. Did you ever know Jack Grassel? Absolutely, I know Jack Grassel. The majestic Jack Grassel, beautiful guitar player, great power and strength. Team Eagle Fang, that's it. We watched the episode with the unveiling of Team Eagle Fang. So we got a ways to go. We had to cut it off last night so we could get some sleep. But so I can't wait to watch the rest of the season, see what happens. A lot of drama on Cobra Kai. Who'd have thunk it? And I got to say, back in the day, Ralph Macchio used to bug the hell out of me, but now I like him. He's just a good fella. Old Ralph Macchio. And anyway, listen, folks, thanks so much for tuning in. Really appreciate all the comments and participation. And we will see you on Thursday, where I will unveil my new Les Paul and tell you all about it and why I got it and some other variances that I was looking at on the Wildwood website that might be of interest. All right, folks, take it easy, but take it. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention? One last thing. I did get in the mail today my reissue of my Radio Free Gristle record. 16. Oh, really 15. 15 glorious, wacky, high energy. If you want to drive fast, this is the record for you. There is some crazy high energy jams on here. This came out in 2003. And one day I'll tell the whole story, but it was on Steve Vai's label. Didn't end up getting promoted very well. And so it kind of just... It was probably the most unknown of my records, although there's some people that really like, because initially I released it with all these different humorous tidbits in between the songs, like a radio show. But the music on here is pretty damn powerful. So for a reissue, what I did is I just called Radio Free Gristle Just the Jams. So it's just the tunes, and they are some wacky, crazy stuff. There's some bluesy tinge stuff. There's some chicken picking. There's like my weird take on a bluesy rock, country, funk, blues fusion thing. My buddy Ray Riando and Joe Morris play on this. Ray Riando is bass player, unbelievable bass player. He's on about 4 songs. Tom Good's an unbelievable bass player. He's on the rest of the songs. And my buddy Steve Andreoni played upright on a song. There's a lot of good SHIT on this particular record. So I'm doing the first batch. I'm signing and giving out posters for as long as they last. And you can get those through my website, gregkoch.com. And my buddy Mark Jaimo made illustrations. Originally, it was a 4-panel thing. This is just insert, because now that I don't have the the comic sketches on, there was some illustrations of me as the characters that I was, and we left those off just because this is just about the jams, folks. This is just about the jams. So take a knee. All right, we'll see you cats later. Bye bye.